Hi all, good evening. So this is a short video about the various lineup from SMK. Now I have three models with me in this case. So one is the SMK Twister, next is the SMK Typhoon, and this is the latest version, that is the SMK Titan. So let me just do a quick walkthrough about each of them and explain what are the features and all, and with the pricing. So yeah, this is the SMK Twister. Now this is a 2-year-old helmet which I had, which I'm right now upgrading, but you can see this is how the helmet looks like. Okay, this is the back portion of it, and this is how it looks in the front. Now for this helmet, what I've done is, if you can see, there are total of 2 vents. You have one vent over here which opens up, right? Then you have one vent over here, and then you have a fit pin lock 30 in it. Now if you open the helmet, you can see the liner is quite thick. So initially which liner came with the SMK Twister are quite good. If you twist the helmet or turn the helmet, right there, if you can see, the weight is mentioned here. It's a total of 1450 grams, and the new ones have the ISI mark, which this one doesn't have, but ideally you do get it. So for the price that it is coming at, it's quite a good deal. Right now if you can see, I've been using it for 2 years right now. I have installed Parani headset also with it. The cost for this particular helmet is around 4650. It's called the SMK Twister. So this is one of the base models that you can actually upgrade if you're using studs, Vega, etc. Now moving on, I'll just show you the next model which is there in the SMK lineup. Moving on, this is the second helmet that we have. So this is the SMK Typhoon, and if you can see, this is how it looks like. Currently this particular helmet has the gloss finish, but you can check on the website, you'll have options for the matte finish also. If you can see the air vents, you have one air vent over here, second one on top. Similar is the case over here itself, right? So again, it's a pin lock 30 insert that you have with the helmet. Now overall, because this is the latest among the latest batches which is coming, if you can see, you have an extended visor over here, sorry, the deflector, and the exhaust vents are down below. Now if you can see, with the new ones, you have the weight as well as the ISI mark which is imprinted around it. So currently the price for this is 5150 rupees. Now for someone who doesn't like the standard variant, you can opt for this, which is a better one. And the liners, just in comparison, are much more thinner. That's the only difference if you'll see. So you can check for your fitting size, what is comfortable with you, and you can opt for it. Now this is a D-lock that you get, whereas the SMK Twister comes with the standard lock-in mechanism, not the D-lock. I'll move to the next one right now. Okay, so this is the last one on the top in the lineup of SMK right now. So this variant is called the SMK Titan. Currently, if you can see the look, this is how it is. I have opted for the matte version, so I own Honda Highness CB350 matte edition. So this is somewhat in the same shade line that is there. You can see there are reflectors, the neon cuts, which are good for low light visibility around it. Now moving on, I'll just show you some features around it. Okay, now if you can see this, the shell look, how it is. It's quite a dynamic look of the particular shell cover that has been given. And overall, you have, similar to the Typhoon, you have the vents out over here. Again, weight that is mentioned, and the ISI mark, right? Now in comparison to the other two series, one thing you can specifically notice, or you can see rather, is that the pin lock which comes in both the thing, this is a much broader one, right? So this is a pin lock 70, which covers the entire length of your helmet, right? And even the locking mechanism is external, so basically you can completely lock this and press this button to unlock it. So yeah, due to some technical glitch, the earlier video got deleted, or I couldn't record it, so I'm just reshooting it. Now if you can see, this is how it looks like. I will just take you a walkthrough again. This is the 360-degree view of the helmet. Now in this lighting, you can see there's a inserts that you can see, which is matte green, which is there, and more of a black shade. So this is a complete matte color which is there currently on this helmet. You can see the body shell lining, it looks quite premium and nice. And these neon clips or strips basically give you a better visibility at night. Now overall this is again an ISI mark helmet, and if you can see there is this exhaust vent and the ISI mark mentioned here. Even though it's mentioned 1700 grams, it's not that heavy. Over and above, if you can see, these are the reflectors which are there at the end. Now at night when riding, these are much more visible. A similar kind of setup is being shown in the Axor helmets also. So it's good that SMK also adopted this particular part of it. Another part that goes in this particular helmet is, we can see here it's mentioned as emergency. Let me just try and get it a bit closer. You can see it's emergency pull. So you can use this strap for quick release of the particular padding of the helmet. One more important thing, or one of the reasons why I wanted to purchase, if you can see the chin curtain, and you can see there's an extension over here. Now this extension basically it's a velcro, if you notice. So this velcro can be adjusted to your how much you want to keep it, and this at one point in time definitely will help wind deflection or additional noise coming in. So if someone is into recording or vlogging, this will help. So this is one of the criteria which I thought would help. Now over and above this, if you can see here again, there is a clip-on mechanism, or rather a release button for the helmet. Now it's closed, so it's locked in. If I want to open it, okay, so I open the clip and it opens up. Similarly it locks up. If I want to open it, it will not come out. Press the lock, it will unlock. So when you're doing high speeds, it will be a fine helpful feature. Now again, the sun visor is inbuilt, so you don't have to have another visor for it. And I've already mentioned that it has a 70D pin lock insert, which is quite broad and covers the entire length of the view of the helmet. Ideally, SMK has much more wider view, which I really like, and it's something which you get as default. The air vents, you can see there is one down over here on top, and they're quite wide enough to accommodate for extra air to pass through the helmet. Overall, this is a composite material which they say they have used, so it's a dual material which is used in the making of the helmet, which even though 1700 grams mentioned, it's quite light and weight is very well distributed around, right? And over and above this, one more thing that you can look, or one more thing that is a part of the helmet is, if you can see here, the padding is quite thick and premium. It feels good, right? Compared to the Typhoon series, the newer variants which are coming up with your other SMK helmets, this is much more premium and wider. So it really gives you a very comfortable snug fit when you are wearing the helmet. And plus in add-on, there is one added feature they have added to the helmet. You can see there is a glassware icon. So if I'm not wrong, this is somewhere you can use to plug in, or for someone who's wearing spectacles, it's much more easier to wear the particular helmet. And this is your internal deflector for your, when you're breathing in heavy, it doesn't fog up, and the wind deflector or the breathing deflector is there. So overall, as a package, for 9,000 rupees, it's completely worth it, and it's a value for money right now. You have other variants or other helmet brands which are there, like you have MT, etc., which are charging 12,500. Definitely they are much more higher certified than newer variants, but again, you have to invest in the pin lock, additional pin lock, and if you want to change or any other vent system that you want to add, or any of the visors, they're very expensive. Whereas in SMK, it's quite cheap and it's quite nice quality also. So it's very much value for money, I would say, in terms of what you are getting for that price point. Definitely you can't compare the two different products, they are different company and brands, but overall as a price point, definitely this makes more sense, right? Now if you can see this, I really love the matte color because I already own a matte green bike. So this is, I know this is not something that you should go for opting colors to your bike choices, but this is something I really loved. And you can see how great the color looks like, and it's quite visible also. It's not like it's completely embedded. These are very much visible when night riding. So yeah, that's the short review of the various type of helmets which are there in the SMK lineup. If you have any questions or you want to know more in case of my purchase history or what I have experienced with SMKs, definitely would like to answer it. And if you want to know from where to buy it, you can visit the SMK website, search for the various dealer networks, or even any other riding gear shop that you have, you can purchase it from there. So thank you all, thank you for your time, and have a great day ahead. Bye. One last mention that I wanted to call out, like you get multiple color options. This is the dual shade matte color Aerox series, which is for 9,000. You get a mono color which is for 8,500, and then you have a carbon fiber edition which is for 12,000. So these are the options that you can opt for.